Huh. This is flashing lights in the house? Blood dripping thing? There's a guy in a window. He's got a knife, it looks like. What is this? He's yelling, screaming for help? Music's very ominous. In a building? Cool. Skull in the middle of the... Oh, all of a sudden? What is this game? Huh. Hello, and welcome back to Video Game Chronology, the only review show that reviews video games from the beginning most of the time. I am your chronicler. We go into our 130, I want to say 5th. That could be wrong. The slide will be right, though. North American NES release. This is Dr. Chaos, released November 1988. And I might be going into this game the most blind I've ever gone into a game. Like, normally, when I load up a game, like there's an eye catcher that gives me a preview of what the gameplay is going to be, or there's a helicopter coming at me and I can see what it is, but I have no clue what I'm diving into here. I don't know what the gameplay is, what the story is. The only thing I know for sure is that the cover is pretty awesome. So, I'm actually going to bring in the booklet first here. Just look at that. Yeah, let's read the story. I'm kind of just, I don't want to, I mean, there's obviously monsters. Got extra hints. In order to rescue Dr. Jin Chaos, inside the realm, Michael has to find 11 different warp zones to destroy 11 big monsters. So it's kind of like Monster Party. Or Monster Party. Come back down from that. Got different weapons. There's a machine gun and a pistol and a grenade? What is this game? Characters, we have a mouse, a big lady, an omen, Franken, a smork. Looks like maybe it's a side scroller? What is this? Let's read the story here. It happened 3 months since Michael last heard from his brother. He grew impatient as he waited for his letter. He waited for another month, but to no avail. With some concern, Michael began to suspect that something had happened to him. Michael's brother, Dr. Jin Chaos, was a genius, so his name's Michael Chaos, was a genius in physics specializing in warp zones. So, like, Mario? He knew that the experiment on warp zones could bring hazardous results, so he conducted research alone at his lab in a remote village. He sent Michael a research report every month. According to the last report, Dr. Chaos has succeeded in creating warp zones. He seemed to have continued his research on the effects of such space on a living body. Michael decided to go to his brother's lab. The lab stood in a quiet setting, but it didn't look like anything existed inside. Gathering his courage, Michael stepped inside the house in the silent hallway. He saw only rats and bats. On a desk near the doorway, he found his brother's diary. On the last page, he read, I guess whatever month and day I want. I made a great mistake. I overlooked the effect of a warp zones on living organisms. It was too late when I realized this. Living things in the warp zone had grown so big that they began to take over my house. A warp zone can swallow you up at any time. Open one of the doors to the warp zone and you will be attacked by these monsters. I've been trying to invent machines to stop the monsters, but I'm not sure if I still have the time. My brother Michael, if you happen to read this diary, you're the only one who can stop the situation. Michael searched for the machines, but could not find them. The monsters coming out of the warp zones must have grabbed them away. He had to do something about this, before someone fell victim to the monsters. With a knife in his hand, Michael kicked open the door. Badass! Huh. We have enter hand. Look for the ultra space sensor first. Enter the warp zones without the ultra space sensor. Find the sensor first, then look for other warp zones. Doors are not the only entry into the rooms. In some cases, you might be able to move from one room to another by penetrating the wall. Give a shot and knock on the wall. Huh. I'm looking forward to this one, Ultima. It's probably the first RPG we're gonna come across, so we'll tackle that. That's gonna be fun. Already did one on Xanac. There's a video on that if you're interested. Already did a video on Lunar Pool. That's also there. Also, Cycross and Magmax all have videos already up. Check them out. Now, Highlight is on the docket. That'll be coming up soon as well. It's also a very well-known game, Highlight. Another one I haven't actually played. But this game here, I mean, this looks very cool. Like, everything I've seen so far, I'm really interested. And it doesn't seem like it because I've put off actually playing it for 6 minutes now. So, alright, let's new game it. Oh, wow. Okay. Instantly taken out of it. It's very... Wow, the graphics are very rudimentary. Like, I know it's an NES, so it's not like the end of the world, but man. Oh wow, this is Goonies all over again. Oh, that's how I switch my items. I don't... What do you mean there's nothing there? There's something right there! I don't know how to... How do I... Like, I'm trying to get to the menu. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You have to hold B in, or I think it's B. I think when I map this, it's the wrong button. But on my controller, it's A, which I think is B. Then you have to do that. Wow. Oh, man. Why? Go! I don't know why I can't. I guess I'll take that gun. Can I can go out this way. Oh, wow. I don't even know what that is. This is definitely a walkthrough. Situation. I don't know what these potions do. Well, there's nothing in them, so I don't know. Okay. Well, that takes me nowhere. Now I got grenades. I didn't want to go back in here. Why did they make me come back in here? Okay. Okay, now I'm in a new room. Interesting. I just want to see what happens if I die. Because I'm done. I'm already lost, so I might. Go on, stupid bat. Kill me already. Continue our password. Okay. Um. Yeah. Wow. So the story is pretty simple, but I'm curious. I want to see what happens. It's got me on that retrospect, so I'm probably definitely gonna come back to it because now I just need to know. But this is definitely a walkthrough game because I don't. There's so many fucking doors and like then there's that whole Goonie element, which means there's a lot of hidden items in places. So that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Um, Gameplay kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. The side scrolling fight and stuff is not very responsive and it's not very good. And then the Goonie stuff's okay once you figure out that you have to hold in the B button to do anything, which brings me to intuitive, not intuitive whatsoever. If I have to take me, if it takes me fucking 5 minutes to figure out how to freaking use the buttons, then it's not that great. Right now, I honestly, I'm not really. It's average at best, as far as I can tell. Maybe it gets better. Maybe if, when I dive farther and I can figure out a little bit more about it, it might go for it. But right now, it's on the verge of bad, honestly. But it's, I'll say it's average because like it feels almost like a Goonies ripoff because the Goonies actually played better. Like the gameplay was just more solid in that. Is because the knife just sucks, honestly, and the gun's not a lot better. I mean, it's fine, but there's nothing really, nothing feels good to play. It's like I'm always struggling, like the mouse having to duck down and hit the mouse, and the knife being so, oh, like not really. The range isn't great, and the hitboxes are a little too small, so it's not great in that retrospect. And no, I can't recommend coming back to playing it. It's definitely a curiosity, and it's definitely cool. It does draws you in, like the title sequence and stuff like that, and then the cover and everything. But it's definitely misleading because, like I said, my I was it kind of build myself up for 5 minutes before I even get in the game. Then I get in the game, and it's like, oh, this is what I'm playing. Excuse me, but I'm not writing it off completely. I will come back to it and see where it takes me. But until then, this is a hard no. Don't bother. All right. With that, thanks for watching, peoples. I'll talk to you later. We're on to the next one. Bye.